Snub Nose Revolvers may not be the first guns you would think of for concealed carry or self-defense. In fact, if you carry one and others, they will know, and they will immediately question your decision. Instead of your typical striker-fired polymer pistol, I somehow prefer these little revolvers. They are concealable, rugged, and easy to use. Plus, there's no beating the feeling of a hammer-fired gun. I also have to mention that a lot of them are affordable. You can really get a used J-frame revolver for about $300 or less. The point here is that snubbies aren't a disadvantageous choice for a self-defense gun. What's up, everyone? This is your Ted from Line 45. In this episode, I'm going to list some of the best snub-nose revolvers in 2024 that are changing the game in the concealed carry market. Before we get underway, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I know it feels like a hassle, but those simple clicks mean a lot for my channel. Now, let's return to the video. Smith & Wesson Model 642 Airweight. I have a Smith & Wesson Model 642 Airweight, and for the most part, this snub nose has been impressive as a self-defense handgun. If there's one snub nose that I can recommend for first-time snub nose users, this has to be it. In particular, the Model 642 is a modern variant of the Model 42 Airweight. It is chambered in .38 Special and equipped with a 5-round cylinder. It measures 6.3 inches long, and based on its name alone, it's clear that it's a lightweight revolver. It's only 14 ounces or so when unloaded, so there should be no issues when it comes to concealing it. The gun's black synthetic grip panels are fairly comfortable and help absorb the recoil. Well, the muzzle rise and recoil depend on the ammo you use. So when shot with a 77-grain .38 Special, the Model 642 only produces a light felt recoil. Meanwhile, its front blade sight and groove rear sight are both integral to the gun. Integral sights are great since they don't shift if the gun gets knocked. Moreover, the Smith & Wesson Model 642 Airweight has an enclosed hammer. There's little to no chance that the revolver will snag your clothes. It's an ideal pick for deep concealment, and if you train with it enough, it makes an accurate shooter. Don't ever belittle the stopping power of a gun that can shoot +P-rated ammo. Kimber K6s. Hey, have you ever considered using a snubby that is chambered in a .357 Magnum for concealed carry? You should now, cause I'm going to introduce a number of .357 Magnum revolvers, starting with the Kimber K6. This stainless steel snub-nose revolver shoots 6 rounds of .357 Magnum and is definitely an excellent choice if you have solid stopping power from your everyday carry gun. The K6 are available in different configurations. For example, it's available in 2-inch and 3-inch barreled models, and you can also get the K6 in either a double-action, single-action, or a hammerless double-action only version. A hammerless revolver is really beneficial for concealed carry, so it's a good thing that Kimber K6s offers this. If you pick the 3-inch barreled model, the K6 should measure 7.62 inches overall, which is a Goldilocks size for a self-defense pistol. It is not too small, which means that you can control it efficiently, but not too large, which would make it impossible to conceal. But hey, since we are talking about snubbies here, I guess you should settle with its 2-inch model. One aspect that makes the K6s extra concealable is its cylinder. If you look at it, the sides have been flattened, which lessens the chances of printing. The 3-dot sights of the Kimber K6 were also brilliantly designed. Well, these are not phenomenal sights by all means, but they have a low profile, so they don't snag when you holster or draw them. I also have to mention that the rear sight is drift adjustable. It's not that much, but it's way better than a fixed sight. The trigger is match grade, and this is where the K6 shine. The trigger lets you shoot the gun comfortably, even if you are dealing with magnum rounds. Diamondback SDR. It's safe to say that 2024 is the year for the Florida-based Diamondback firearms. After all, its latest addition to its catalog is a 6-shot revolver, one that is perfectly snubby. Specifically, I am talking about the SDR, or the self-defense revolver. Similar to other wheel guns here, it is chambered in the .357 Magnum, making it a robust self-defense weapon fresh from the box. The frame of the revolver is made from rugged stainless steel and is outfitted with a 2-inch barrel. This barrel, as I've observed, has a target-crowned muzzle. This design helps protect the rifling of the barrel, as well as improve its overall accuracy by making bullets a lot more stable. Folks from Diamondback designed the SDR to operate via double-action, single-action mode. Of course, there's no issue with that. However, I immediately noticed that its spur hammer was exposed. How I wish that this hammer was bobbed, or, if not, made the gun truly hammerless. The gun was made for deep concealment, so snagging is the last thing you need to worry about. Fortunately, the rest of the gun is low profile, such as its push-button cylinder release, which is similar to the ones used in Ruger. The fiber optic sights also sit low to avoid getting in the way. Despite being a stainless steel revolver, its weight is still manageable. At 21 ounces, it's not difficult to carry at all. Plus, it's only 6.53 inches long and 4.44 inches tall, so concealment is not really an issue. But then again, I just wish that its hammer is bobbed. How does this gun shoot? Well, I have to say that it's quite accurate and reliable. And fair play to Diamondback. It made the SDR capable enough of taming magnum rounds. It also has rubber grips that let me operate the gun comfortably and securely. And yes, these are Diamondback's rubber grips, not Hogue monogrips. Colt King Cobra Carry. The King Cobra is among Colt's popular snake guns. It's a terrific revolver, but it was eventually discontinued before being reintroduced once again in the market. To be fair, I feel that the reboot version of King Cobra better suits the needs of modern gunners. After all, unlike its predecessor, the new King Cobra is now sized for carry use. Don't get me wrong, it is still chambered in a .357 Magnum, but has been compacted to become a great pick for people who are looking for easy-to-conceal revolvers. It has a bobbed hammer, meaning that it has a shave spur. That tells that the gun's hammer isn't prone to snagging at all. Even the entire frame of the gun has no sharp or protruding edges, which again makes the revolver a snag-free weapon. This stubby King Cobra is fitted with a 2-inch barrel. Now, I have to be honest with you. A 2-inch barrel isn't going to optimize the ballistic capabilities of magnum rounds. The punch will be limited, and if you ask me, it's better that you use a 3-inch barreled revolver if you want to shoot magnum loads. Of course, I am not saying the magnum rounds will be fired weakly with a shorter barrel. They still possess a decent stopping power for taking down threats, and the King Cobra Carry has proven that far. It has 6 shots on its cylinder, and its stainless steel construction makes it a lot heavier than some of the wheelguns I listed here. I think it is about 25 or 26 ounces when unloaded, but it's certainly manageable. It also helps that it has overmolded grips that help absorb the felt recoil, and its integral rear and brass bead front sight don't stagger when acquiring targets. The King Cobra is accurate at 7 to 15 yards and offers stunning reliability for a small package. Smith & Wesson Performance Center, Model 442. The Smith & Wesson Performance Center Model 442 was the gun that made me realize that not all J-frame revolvers are the same. It's basically one of the best J-frame revolvers that I've ever used without being too pricey. Of course, a huge part of that was because it's a Performance Center revolver, so it really has some advantages over Smith & Wesson's standard production guns. The Performance Center Model 442 shoots 38 special rounds, similar to the 642. And yes, it's rated to shoot plus P loads as well. It is light, and I mean 15-ounce light. It's not an airweight model, but it feels like one. Well, the trick is that it uses an aluminum alloy frame instead of your regular steel. That helped folks from Smith & Wesson to trim its weight. Still, this thing's cylinder is made from rugged yet beautifully polished stainless steel. It holds 5 shots and 5 shots of plus P38. Special rounds are definitely not a joke. It's deadly accurate at about 15 yards or so. I can't say that it's a good utility past that point, but you can try. It only has a 1.8-inch barrel, which limits its range and sight picture. But hey, it includes a crimson trace laser grip that activates once you grip the rounded butt of the revolver. For those who don't know, this laser grip is usually an aftermarket upgrade, but Smith & Wesson decided to make it a standard feature of the PC Model 442. What it does is that it works as a laser sight, and it's a great backup for its ramp front and integral rear sights. I'm also a huge fan of its double-action only trigger. With a Dow trigger, the gun is a lot more reliable, given that it reduces the need for many moving parts. It's a must-have for a concealed carry gun, and I suppose that's one feature that makes this Performance Center revolver an appealing choice for anyone. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more gun videos like this, just click the subscribe button and notification bell. Take care and stay safe.